Hey, Shadow here, and I'm here to bring you the best and the worst of movies and video games. So how about we start this right with none other than a video game movie. There sure have been a lot of hits and misses when it comes to video game movies. Well, mostly misses. But let us not dwell too much in that, and jump on to our first pick. Kevin, will you do us the honors of picking our first one?
Okay.
Ah, Doom, starring Carl Urban and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. What could be better? Doom. Following the game, Doom 3, which is sort of a reboot of the series, but it still follows pretty much the same plotline. Our unnamed Marine, stationed in Mars, has to battle through Hell's army in order to save the day. That's right. In Doom, you have to fight Satan's bitches. So it's an interesting plotline nonetheless. So it would be interesting to see how Hollywood took a shot at it. Another thing to note about this game is that you actually have partners in this one. Unlike the other ones where it was just you against Satan's army, in this one you actually have help from scientists and other Marines such as Jack Campbell and Sergeant Kelly, aka Sarge. So, not living behind the BFG, the big fragging gun, or as most people like to call it, the big fucking gun, you get something that's quite fun and entertaining. So let's hope Hollywood didn't fuck that up. The movie starts off with a rather simple explanation that in Earth, they found a special teleportation device called the Ark, that, ironically enough, takes you all the way to a secret base on Mars. Alright then, well, in the game, there were Martians, and you did need a special item from them to be able to close the gate to Hell, so I guess it's fine that they decided to start on Earth first. Afterwards, the movie kicks you in the face by throwing you straight into an action scene where we see a bunch of scientists trying to run away from an unseen creature. Now this would be cool, except I don't know who the creature is, I don't know where they're running from, and I don't know who's being killed. Which kinda blows. And what the hell is up with this guy? Seriously, the girl doesn't die for another 5 seconds, so that's 5 seconds he could have used to help her come back into the room. Instead, no, that asshole just closes the door on her. What the fuck? Afterwards, we see him send out a distress call to quarantine the lab, but sadly enough, the creature breaks in, and I hope he kills the asshole. Then we finally get to see our heroes, starting with The Rock, and then later on the group. By the way, cool DS. I know you might feel that I'm rushing through this, but I'm really not. They don't really tell you much about these guys. All you get is their names, and most of them you'll only get them through their guns.
Handle ID, Destroyer. Handle ID, Mac. Handle ID, Portman. Handle ID, Goat. Handle ID, The Kid. Handle ID, Duke. Handle ID, Reaper. RRTS Special Ops Clearance Verified. Handle ID, Sarge.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but when a movie has to have an inanimate object tell me who I need to be looking at, it's just telling me that the movie doesn't even care. It's like, alright, here they are, let's go on to the action now. Are we gonna learn more about them? No. Are we gonna care? No. I can't even tell who's the main character. I mean, The Rock is in the front of the cover, but the back of the box says Reaper. That is just lazy. After virtually no introduction whatsoever for these characters, we find out that they did get the distress call from the beginning of the movie. Then they're sent out by the UAC to inspect the situation. They need to travel through the Ark, which is located in the Nevada desert. By the way, nice desert. Here we finally get to see what the Ark is. Well, it's actually thousands of feet underground, which is amazing because first of all, how the hell did they even find that place? But anyway, we find out that the Ark is actually a magic bubble that sucks you in and sends you straight across the galaxy, which I gotta admit, it's a pretty cool effect. Once on Mars, our team gets to meet our specialist in this case, which, what the hell happened to this guy?
He went to one galaxy, his ass went to another.
Okay, how the fuck does that even happen? I mean, that guy is missing half his body. How the hell is he even fucking still alive?
Movie magic?
Fuck that movie. Fine, I'll give it to you once. After that idiotic explanation for half a body, we find out that Reaper's sister actually works in the facility.
Tell me you didn't let a fine-looking piece of ass like that get away from you, Reaper.
She's my sister.
Afterwards, they find out that they need to go into the lab, secure whatever happened, and recover some data for the UAC. But not before letting us hear the audience reaction to the movie so far. Our heroes then reach the lab, and what is their great plan of action? Splitting up, of course, because, I mean, it works so well for Scooby-Doo's gang. We then continue to follow our teams where they go on a search for nothing. They find nothing. For a few minutes, all they do is just walk around and find nothing. Oh, wait, I think they're spot.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah, meet Lucy. Lucy, this is my brother John, another creature from the long-lost past.
Oh, that's right. The Martians. They have a synthetic 24th chromosome that gives them superpowers. How did they create it? I don't know. How did they decide to inject it? I can't tell you. The movie doesn't explain anything. So after learning something else that has nothing to do with Satan's army, this movie literally turns into a game of cat and mouse, where first the creature kills one of theirs, then they kill one of their creatures, then they get killed again, then another one gets captured, and it keeps going on for a good half an hour. Until we finally get the best line in the movie.
Big fucking gun.
Yes, it is. It's the baddest weapon in the game. Whenever you have it, you know something is going to die. Except in this movie, we don't really see it that often, which is just sad. And then it goes back to going back and forth between death and casualties, which honestly to me, it's just random.
C-24 successfully drafted.
Then we find out that an inmate inside the facility was injected with the 24th chromosome, and it looked like he was getting infected and turning into a monster, which to me it's like, again, where are Hell's army? I want to see the demons.
Fall in!
Later on we find out that the demons have escaped the facility through the Ark back to Earth. And I say, okay, that's fine. It seems like they're infecting each other like in the games. Hell would spew out something that would turn humans into zombies. So okay, I'll give it that. But it's almost the end of the movie and there's still nothing about Hell.
5 minutes.
Quarantine cordon is breached. This mission is no longer containment.
And when you start thinking that this movie cannot possibly piss you off even more, they drop the biggest bomb in the world.
It's choosing, John. It's choosing who to infect.
They did it. They finally pissed me the fuck off. I mean, they took a game about Satan's army and turned it into a zombie movie. How the fuck do you do that? Now, I can go on for literally hours pointing out every single plot hole and mistake in this movie, but none of it will scale up to knowing that this isn't even a Dooms movie. This is a zombie movie. I mean, I know Resident Evil was popular right before this movie came out, and I think they made Dawn of the Dead remake by then, but come on, honestly, do you really think they would enjoy a zombie flick more than they would enjoy someone kicking Satan's ass? I mean, seriously, how can you fuck that up so severely? Now would be a good spot where I have to bring up just how similar this movie is to another series. I mean, I'm not gonna say names, but come on, think about it. In this movie, you have an underground facility filled with scientists and civilians getting infected, turning into zombies, and then later on, the main hero infects himself to become superhuman while the main villain gets infected and becomes a supervillain. I mean, doesn't that bring up certain memories by this point?
This is wrong. I think it's...
Son, you don't think!
Obviously, the writers didn't think either. I mean, come on, anyone with half a brain could remember a movie they just saw the year before. I mean, did they accidentally get the wrong script for a while, kept doing it, and then said halfway, oh shit, we got the wrong one? No, if they did that, that's just idiotic. But, come on, seriously. It might have not been that way, and it could have been accidental, but either way, you don't forget a movie like that in just 1 year. What, they thought the audience wouldn't do so too? That's right, Kevin. Oh no, indeed. But fuck it, let's get done with this piece of shit already. So after that bullshit original excuse for a script, we get the obvious plot line. The bad guy becomes worse, the good guy's about to die, obviously he infects himself to become superhero, and then we get the oh-so-special first-person shooter scene. Which I gotta say, it's a piece of crap in my opinion, because honestly I feel like the movie decided to play a video game in between and won't even let me play. I mean, what the fucking shit is that? I mean, I'm not one to say that it's a crappy scene. It's a really good scene. I mean, it was done perfectly, but in all opinion, I mean, I feel like I should have a controller with me right there so I could play, but it's not gonna let me play either way. I mean, the guy reloads while he's being attacked, he jumps awkwardly, and these guys that are trying to kill him are just not doing much of a good job. I mean, one of them actually jumps onto a grenade after he sees them plant it. We get to see the final battle with Sarge and Reaper finally, where in all opinion, it's not really that good. I mean, the guy's BFG gun is already out of bullets and we only got to see it fired, what, once? And this guy is already out of bullets, so obviously it's just a fist fight, which honestly, it's not that spectacular. At the end, he just ends up tricking him into the teleporter, followed by a grenade. Big bang! Afterwards, we start seeing the final scenes in which it's just Reaper and his sister going up the elevator, and I shit you not, that's how it ends. Okay, I know some people are gonna start saying, Shadow, well, why didn't you look at this, or what happened to that guy, or something like that, but honestly, there's nothing more to tell about this movie. I mean, what happened to the aliens? They never say. All they said is that it could have been because some people turned into monsters because of the 24th chromosome, and why didn't the superhero ones just fight them off? They don't know. Why do they choose? Some shit about some asshole gene. If you have the asshole gene, then you get turned into a monster. In all honesty, it's a bad movie. It's a very, very horrible movie. But since I don't just want to be a jerk about it, I would actually tell people to see the movie. It's just those kind of movies where you just have to see to understand. Now, a lot of people are not going to like it. I can tell you that right now. But if you don't know anything about Doom and you just wanted an action-packed movie with a few zombies thrown in there for fun, then yeah, sure. Go for it. That's all your opinion. All the better for you. But if you're a Doom fan, then yes, you're going to want to stay clear of this movie. That's right, Kevin. Oh no, indeed. Well, that was my opinion. This is Shadow, signing off.
This is wrong. I think...
Son, you don't think!